Tuesday morning. Good morning, Katie.
Good morning, Cindy. Good morning, everybody. Nothing too spooky about your ride right now. It looks pretty good out there. Route 2, the Mass Pike moving well into the city. Same thing with roads to the south, 95, 24, and Route 3. Should be a nice ride getting up onto the expressway. Same thing with the other side of town coming out of New Hampshire. No issues. Route 3 looks good all the way down to 128. 93, a nice ride down to the Zachem Bunker Hill Bridge. Answer this morning, Katie. Well, it's quiet out there right now, so a good time to get out and start a commute if you have to. Looking at the Zachem Bunker Hill Bridge, traffic moving well into the O'Neill Tunnel. Lever Connector, same thing. Roads to the north, pretty clear. Most of our tunnels moving well right now. Sumner Tunnel, Ted Williams looking good. O'Neill Tunnel, all clear for you on both directions. We're going to watch roads to the south. So far, so good, but we'll watch that Braintree split fill in about 45 minutes. Light volume now on the expressway and an 8-minute ride, Braintree to Boston. Doug and Antoinette.
All right.
Now, and that's what we like on a Tuesday morning, but it's not going to stay that way. Tuesdays are busy. However, if you are heading down from New Hampshire out of Nashua, maybe hitting Route 3, 93 looks good. 2 all the way down into Boston right now, so it's a good time to start your ride. A little blurry on the Mass Pike cam here, but I just want to show you that right lane closure by BU. All of our roads to the west looking good. Route 2, the Mass Pike. In fact, between 128 and downtown, it's a 10-minute ride. Doug?
How about the kid with the pumpkin on their head?
Very expressive eyes.
Those are some good carved pumpkins.
Oh,
better
man.
than I could do.
Very
Yeah, that is always a skill I wish I had.
Yeah.
Well, they have the stencil,
Yes.
so you can look. You can appear
even
to be
with
more
that.
skilled
Yeah,
than you
you'd think
actually
that
are.
would help me.
And they got the special knives you can buy
do,
and the whole little
There's
saws
little kits.
and yeah, the kits. Things are advanced.
They are. So we've got some chilly temperatures working in because things are going to be chilly on Thursday morning. Nice rebound though, around 60 by the weekend.
This is what November brings, right?
It is, and this is really late to still be talking about an end of the growing season. So bring them in, cover them up.
All right, thank you, Cindy. Out of the way, but for now, coming down out of Nashua looks good. Hopping on Route 3 southbound, you should have no problem getting into the 128 stretch. From there, down into Boston, 10 minutes for your ride. Not bad at all for a Tuesday morning at 5:15. Gonna watch the Braintree split. Like I said, about 15 minutes. That should back up between routes 3 and 24. Doug?
All right, Katie, thank you. At 5.
Well, we're looking good right now. Things starting to get a little busy at the Braintree split area. 19 miles an hour is what you're down to from the top of Route 24 to the top of Route 3, getting up onto the expressway. Starting to fill in out there by Columbia Road. So your drive time inched up a few minutes, 14 minutes for you now from Braintree to Boston. The other thing that I'm watching is just a little bit of traffic building out of Andover on 93 southbound. But if you're coming from New Hampshire, Route 3, 93 looks pretty good to 495 and from there to 128 as well. Antoinette.
How are we looking out there, Katie?
Starting to get a little bit busier on this Tuesday morning, 5:45. Quick look at the expressway by the gas tank. Yep, we're filling in there. Some brake lights. HOV lane is open and moving well if you can take that. 19 minutes is what we're up to from Braintree to Boston. So that was a significant jump over the last half hour. Other side of town, looking at Route 1. This is through Saugus. Dark and early right now. 11 minutes. Not bad from 128 down to the Tobin Bridge. Looks like we might have something right at the end of the Tobin. And after some early morning delays on the red line, everything back to on time. Doug and Antoinette.
All right.
We're out there now, Katie?
Yeah, not as much of a treat as it was earlier this morning. I'm watching a crash that just came in Sharon. It's in the breakdown lane, 95 northbound before Route 1. Stop and go, though. Heavy back to South Main Street, and it's creeping down toward 495. So that northbound ride is tough. And then we've got this disabled box truck in Charlestown. I told you I was looking at something that was on the Tobin Bridge. It's actually right at the end of the bridge inside the City Square Tunnel. That could slow your ride down on Route 1. Still looking at 12 minutes from 128 down to the bridge itself. Doug and Antoinette, this morning, maybe a little seat heaters on. The heat's on in the car this morning as you make your way out, and you're going to need a little extra time if you're traveling up 95 right now from 495. We've got a crash reported on the ramp 295 northbound in Mansfield from 495. And then we've got another crash in the breakdown lane in Sharon by Route 1. Stop and go traffic all the way back into Mansfield at this point. So that's a really tough ride. Disabled box truck in Charlestown. This is inside of the tunnel there right after the Tobin Bridge on the southbound side. Traffic now backing up into the Chelsea curves. Other thing that I'm watching is down in West Bridgewater. A new crash reported on 24 northbound there at exit 28. Doug?
Yeah, that pumpkin head will keep you warm tonight. Keep your face warm.
Right idea.
Cool.
Gonna need the gloves and the hat.
Love it. Yeah, I mean, we've had some cold Halloweens. We were
For
talking
sure.
about.
The
We've had
snow a few
snow
years
on
ago.
Halloweens. Last year it was close to 70 though on Halloween, so gonna be a little
nice.
chillier. You can see that temperature rebound toward the weekend, back to around 60 degrees, which is closer to average for this time of year.
Sunshine at the end of the week.
Yeah,
We
nice
like
stretch too outside of that rain tomorrow.
All right, thank you, Cindy. Well, do you guys know what's down there? Maybe you check out today.
That'd be
16 minutes.
Yeah.
The Lizzie Borden
the Lizzie
House.
Borden House.
230 2nd Street in Fall River. A nice ride to get down there right now if you'd like to start your Halloween excursions early. Maybe you're going to head up Route 1 towards 128 and Peabody and head all the way to the Salem Witch Museum, North Washington Square. A lot going on there. Or maybe you go out to Concord. Route 2 is a nice ride, east and westbound right now. Take you to the Concord Colonial Inn, 48 Monument Square. Check out the haunted Room 24. A nice ride for you, Antoinette.
Oh, we are all happening now, Katie.
It's definitely busier out there this morning, and a number of crashes I'm watching, specifically roads to the south. Got this one on the ramp to 95 northbound from 495 in Mansfield. That one showed up right after a crash in Sharon that has now cleared. And then we got a crash in Rainham, Rainham Police. Don't come after me. 495 southbound before exit 22. That's right at Route 138. All right, out in Hopkinton, a new crash has just popped up, 495 northbound before the Mass Pike, which is getting busy on that eastbound side, as is the expressway northbound by Columbia Road. You're all jammed up. Antoinette.
Any tricks out there, Katie?
Plenty. My goodness, it's busy on this Tuesday morning. It's not a treat, that's for sure. Down in Rainham, we've got this crash. It's on 495 southbound before exit 22, which is 138. And you can see that we've got red in both directions. So that means there's curiosity delays on that northbound side and the crash is on the southbound side. So Sky 5 is actually over that right now. We can't see that shot too well, so I'll move right by. Two crashes I'm watching to the north on 128. This one is in Linfield, southbound side by exit 61. That is Walnut Street. A little further down on the southbound side, we've got a crash reported in Lexington near exit 49. So I will watch that and time out the rest of your rides just ahead. Doug and Antoinette.
Yes, they were
Yeah.
announcing the tour.
Yeah, let's talk about the roads right now. We got a lot going on. Very busy on the expressway northbound, 29 minutes, Braintree to Boston, other side of the O'Neill Tunnel. Doing a little bit better, 23 minutes from 128 to downtown. You can see stop and go in the Lever Connector. Down ramp to Storrow Drive. Then out on the Mass Pike, 38 minutes from 495 to 128. That's the busiest stretch. 17 minutes after that from 128 to get you out to the Alston-Brighton stretch. All right, Cindy, chill. Where are we looking? I'm Midge.
You're Midge.
Midge. I'm news anchor Barbie.
And yes, this says weather.
Do you guys want to go to the beach today?
Sure, we should have a beach off.
Yeah.
Which way to the beach?
Beach. So, being 10.
Your job is beach.
Thank you. Thanks for making the eye opener part of your day.
Happy Halloween.